You're watching Flow source code news and updates with the latest news and updates from the Flow source code. Hello, today is 22nd of August and you're watching Flow Code Report. And today code report we're talking about the update which came from 18th of August. And if we click on it, you can actually see the difference in the versions. So the first one, it's not that important. It is actually on the readme md file, which is actually used for GitHub itself. And previously, there was actually information of how you are getting started using a Flutter project in general or using a Flutter application in general. And there were some links actually, but Flow actually decided to remove those because this should be managed by Flow, and not you should not worry about Flutter in general. And then the second one is pub/spec YAML. So pub/spec YAML actually it's updated, which means that the JSON path, it's the version of the JSON path is updated from 0.41. Now it's actually using 0.62. And actually, I tried to find information. What is the difference between those packages? But it was very hard for me to find like uh, like a difference from those two packages. And but I can surely tell you that if you switch to JSON path, it is now Flow. It's using the latest version of JSON path. If we go to versions previously, Flow it's using version 4.1, which is over here, which is actually more than a year ago. And now it is actually using the latest version. And if you're wondering if there is something new or if there is something that you can use from the latest version, just go to the pub.dev page and just check the JSON path. And I can actually see that you can use features and limitations, so that you can use functions now. You can use the length, the count, the match, the search, and the value functions. And I haven't used them. I think they are new. Let me know in the comments what you think. But now you should be able to use them in the JSON path. Great. And let's move on to the third update, which is actually from the web index. So the web index is actually the index on your website, and they added and changed some bits of the code. So, for example, they added the service worker version. They set it to no, and they said they made a comment here. The value below is injected by Flutter build do not touch. So basically, what they're saying is that this value will be dynamic and will be changed by Flutter when the project is built. And they also added this JavaScript file, which is Flutter, and it says this script adds the Flutter initialization JS code, and then removed this service worker which they previously used, and also they added actually event listener, and they added when it's loaded. So when it's loaded and when it says download main.dart.js, so when this file is loaded, it is actually um, is loading the service worker as well, and it is on encrypted loaded, and it's actually running the app itself. So they changed a little bit the logic. They removed the main.dart.js because they're running it right now using this piece of code, which is more efficient. And I think this is coming from Flutter actually. It's not something that's coming from Flow, but it's actually coming from Flutter. But yeah, those were the changes. And And yeah, I will see you in the next update. Take care.